Hi, my name is Ariana Uribe and this is my first YouTube video. I asked my followers on Instagram what they would like to see me do for my first video, and the most highly requested video was an everyday makeup tutorial, which is what I have on my face right now. Just an everyday makeup look. Most of my products, I think besides 3, are drugstore, very affordable, very good quality in my opinion. So I really hope you guys like the video. Apology in advance if I seem a little awkward or off. It is my first video, so I hope that it gets better over time. I hope you guys like it, and if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. The first thing I do in my everyday makeup routine is my eyebrows. I have to. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Definer. I really like it because it's super thin, so it allows me to actually get hair-like strokes. And I recommend brushing your hairs down before you line the top part of your brow, just so you know where you need to fill it in. And then do the same thing with the bottom, just brush it up and then fill in the bottom. I am no brow expert. That is definitely one thing I can admit to because I just started doing them. So if you're someone who has done your brows already, do them the way you like to do them. I don't like filling them in too much because it is my everyday makeup, and I like them to look as natural as possible. So then I'm just going to do the same thing to the other brow, brushing them down, filling it in, brushing it up, filling it in. The next thing I do is prime, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer. Highly recommend, really cheap. The next thing I do is foundation. I don't wear foundation every day. I wear this tinted moisturizer from ColourPop. It's their Pretty Fresh line. Highly recommend. I love it. It has hyaluronic acid in it. Really good for your skin. So I'm just going to put this all over my face with the Real Techniques blending brush. So when I asked on Instagram for ideas on what to do my first video on, this was the most highly requested, and a lot of you also wanted me to talk about what got me into makeup, and I feel like I'm gonna use this time to answer that. But I feel like I've always been into some form of art. I started watching YouTube when Bethany Moto was really big and DIYs were all over the place. Everything I had in my room, I tried to make myself. Every time I saw a video, I would go around my house trying to figure out how I could make it so that I could have it in my room. Or I would cut up my clothes, my old clothes, to try to make the clothes that they would make out of old clothes. And then I got into baking. I would bake with my mom all the time. I would love decorating. I watched all seasons of Cake Boss when I was 10. So yeah, I really like baking. And then from there, I really got into nail polish. I had a full box of nail polish that I just wanted to keep adding to. I wanted every color in my collection, and I would watch YouTube videos on quick, easy, like nail designs that I could do. And then eventually I got into makeup. I don't know how exactly, like what moment I was like, yes, makeup is it, you know, like I don't know, but I could recall that I've always been into some form of like art, and I see makeup as an art. So the next step I do is my concealer, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. It is a little too light for me, proud to say. I'm not as pale as I thought I was, so I don't put a lot of it, but again, if you feel like you need more coverage, add more. And ever since I saw a TikTok of how models do their makeup, I've been doing my concealer like this, so feel free to try it out. Apparently it's supposed to make your face look more lifted. But anyway, this is where I put my concealer. Again, it is a little too light for me, so I try not to go ham, or at least as I would if my concealer shade was the right shade. So going back to how I got into makeup, like I said, there's not one set like thing that like event that I could remember where I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I love makeup now. I think over time, throughout like middle school, I would say, I slowly started adding makeup to my morning routine. And it wasn't even good makeup. I would add like, I would go to school in just highlighter. I would literally go to middle school, like 7th and 8th grade with just highlighter on my face. It was not cute. And then I started wearing mascara to school, like once I got to like freshman year, I think. And then I think by like the end of sophomore year, I was wearing makeup pretty much like, not every day, but I was comfortable wearing a full face. So the next thing I do, because I have a pretty like glowy base right now, like I don't want to crease anywhere, so I just put the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 120. I just put this right under my eyes, don't go any lower, just right under, just so you could avoid creasing as much as possible, because you still have a lot of steps to do. And then over the lid, because I have really oily eyelids. So yeah, I just hit here, here, and here with this powder and just a regular fluffy brush. The next step after the powder is cream contour, which is why I said to just try to keep it focused under the eye, because when you try to put cream over powder, it just makes a very splotchy, hard to blend mess. So I'm using this cream bronzer stick from Laritzy Cosmetics. Put it like that, and like that. And then I have a pretty small forehead, so I try not to put a lot. And then my nose, I do like that. Under the chin, and then you could do the jaw too, which I do because I don't have a super defined jaw. So that's what we do. Where you would put it. I know there are different places to put it based on your face shape, so I have a pretty oval head, so if you also have an oval head, try this out. So then I'm just blending it up. Make sure you always blend up. I know it looks scary right now, but I promise once you like blend it in, now that we have my contour done and we look chiseled, I'm going to go in with ColourPop's blush sticks in the shade 25-8. Another cream product. I like to put, again, because I have a more oval, like skinny head, I like to try to make it look just a tad bit wider. So instead of going up with my blush, I go out with my blush. I know it looks like a lot, but it blends away pretty nicely. So if you have a skinnier head, try going out with your blush, like in a horizontal line, like war paint, and tell me if it works out for you. I also like going over the nose. I prefer over the nose versus like the tip of the nose, but do whatever you think. Do whatever you like. So I'm going to just go in with the side of my beauty sponge, not the one that has foundation, not the one with the concealer, just anywhere that doesn't have product already, and blend it. Once my blush is all done and I'm happy with how it looks and it's blended out, I go back in with the Fit Me powder, again under the eyes, but this time I'm putting it also in my smile lines because they definitely crease. So just anywhere where you see you have the most creasing problems. I also don't like to have like a shiny forehead, like just like a light in the middle of my forehead. So do that there, and then also under where you contoured, eyelids again, and anywhere else where you don't want to be dewy, basically. So the next step after I powder everywhere I don't want to be dewy or shiny is put highlighter where I do want to be dewy and shiny. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Lightning Dust. This does come with two different like formulas, but I'm doing the one that's a tad bit more creamy and less powdery, so it looks like a natural glow. Versus like a powdery, shimmery, glittery glow. Now that I have my face done, the next thing I do is my eyelashes. So I'm just gonna curl them. After I curl them, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. Highly recommend. Really good mascara. And just coat my eyelashes. So I naturally have a lot of long eyelashes. I actually have double layer eyelashes, which I'm grateful for, but they're sticks. They literally like shoot out of my eye. No curve, no nothing. I've tried so many different mascaras, and I curl my eyelashes for pretty long before I put mascara on, and I still end up with eyelashes that look like this, sad and straight. They look darker, they look fuller, but they're pretty straight. So I end up putting eyelashes on. You don't have to do this, you can skip this step if your eyelashes cooperate with you. I am trying out some pretty affordable eyelashes though, so if you do want to use eyelashes, maybe these will work. I'm using the Dollar Tree eyelashes. I saw these on TikTok. So I thought I should go try them out. I bought two other pairs, but that are way more dramatic than these. So these are the eyelashes. The other ones I have are again a lot more dramatic. So I have used the more dramatic ones in my looks that are on Instagram, but because again it's a natural look, everyday look, I was like, I'll just use the ones that are the most natural. These are in the style Wispy Crisscross. When I first started doing makeup, or at least when I first started wearing eyelashes with my makeup, because I have so many looks, like dramatic looks where I didn't wear eyelashes. But when I first started wearing eyelashes, I never measured them to my eyeball. Like I never thought to think like, oh, they're too long, let me cut them. Even though it's seen in so many tutorials, I was just like, oh, they fit, even though they didn't. So I could tell that these are gonna be like way too long for my eye. So you wanna put it on your eye. And I'm probably not going to cut a lot, just like literally barely anything. So now that I trimmed it, I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. Crucial step. Another thing I would never listen to from makeup tutorials. Let the glue get tacky. Like I don't know how to stress that enough because I never listened to it. I was always like, I'm too impatient, just put it on, it doesn't matter. Once it gets tacky, it doesn't even stick right. It matters. It works, I promise. Once they have dried a little bit and are tacky, then go ahead and place it on your lash line. Start with the middle. I like them. I just think that the band, like the band of the lash, is a little stiff. Like it's hard to like fold and bend. Now that I put my eyelashes on, the last step is lips. So I'm using the NYX lip pencil in Natural, and I'm just lining the very top part of my lip. You can see I do hide my Cupid's bow, but that's because I have very small lips, or I think they're small. So hiding your Cupid's bow just naturally gives you like a pout. Another tip, if you have small lips, don't like overdo it, but make it seem like you just don't have a Cupid's bow, like you have round lips, pouty round lips. Also, don't line all the way down. Like don't go all the way down, just line the top part to get that pouty effect. Same thing with the bottom. Just line the bottom portion. You could overline it just a little. Overlining kind of scares me. I do it a lot by accident, but purposely overlining, I think if you have a lip liner that matches your natural lip color as close as this one does to mine, then you don't need to add anything on top. You could literally just rock this, you know? Or you could add a gloss, which I'm going to do. I'm just using the e.l.f. lip lacquer. It's the clear one, so it's not going to add any color, just shine. And voila! I'm going to do my hair and I will be right back. So this is the final look. I just threw my hair in a low slick back messy bun. Added a fake nose piercing because I didn't get it pierced before this whole quarantine happened. I added a fake little birthmark with eyeshadow because I had a bump here. And This is my everyday makeup look. I really hope you guys liked it. It is my first ever video, so I really hope that the quality and content gets better from here. If you're watching this, thank you. If you subscribed, thank you. If you liked, thank you. If you shared, thank you. I appreciate it all. And